Most developers use GitHub Copilot for pretty simple stuff like code completions. But the best senior engineers, they're using it for something completely different. They're actually turning it into a strategic partner, a co-architect for their most complex projects. So today, we're going to dig into exactly how they do it.
So let's just start with this one fundamental question. Is your AI just a really fast typist, or is it a genuine thinking partner? And that distinction, it's not just some academic thing. It's the actual dividing line between junior-level work and senior-level impact. This right here, this highlights the core mental shift you have to make. Autocomplete is tactical. It helps you with the how. But the agent approach, that's strategic. It helps you with the what, and more importantly, the why. We're moving from a tool that helps you write lines of code to a partner that helps you build entire systems.
Okay, first things first, we've got to move beyond autocomplete. Modern software is this complex web of interconnected files, right? A seemingly simple feature request can ripple through a dozen different components, and that's exactly where a purely tactical tool just falls short.
And that leads us to a core principle of senior engineering. You architect first, then you code. You don't just jump straight into writing the implementation. No. You start by understanding the whole system, figuring out its boundaries, and planning how all the different pieces are going to talk to each other.
This process is absolutely key. First, you identify the boundaries, separating your business logic from your data access. Then, you can explore different potential architectures for how they connect. But the most crucial step, revealing the pitfalls, things like tight coupling, where different parts are way too dependent on each other, before you've written a single line of implementation code.
And this isn't just theory either. Look at this prompt. You're not asking for code here, you're asking for a critique. You're essentially using Copilot as an automated design reviewer, getting a high-level analysis of your system structure. This simple shift in how you prompt it just elevates the entire conversation.
All right, so how does this actually work in practice? Let's walk through a super common scenario, building a new feature from the ground up, but using this architectural approach.
So here's our challenge. On the surface, it sounds simple enough, right? Add a complete tagging subsystem. But as any experienced developer knows, a request like this is an iceberg. All the real complexity is hiding right below the surface.
So instead of asking, hey, write some code for tagging, we use a senior-level prompt, just like this one. We ask Copilot to map the architectural impact. We're forcing it to think about the data model, the API, search, validation, even the rollout strategy. We're using it to see that whole iceberg.
And this is the kind of output that really separates senior-level thinking from junior-level execution. See, instead of just a block of code, you get a strategic checklist. It forces you to think about these critical decisions. Data, search, deployment, before the work even starts. It's not just helping you code, it's actively shaping your thinking.
Building new features, that's one thing. But the real test, and you know this, often comes when you need to change a system that's already live. This is where the risk is highest. So let's look at how to use Copilot as a partner for doing safe migrations and refactoring.
For a senior engineer, the biggest challenge of a database change isn't writing the SQL, it's the safety. The change absolutely must be backward compatible so old code doesn't break. It has to be reversible so you can roll back in a heartbeat. It's got to be safe under load so it doesn't crash everything. And it needs to be transparent so other services don't even know anything changed. And this is where that agent power becomes so obvious. You can prompt for a full refactoring plan, and what you get back is a series of small, safe, verifiable steps. This isn't just about moving code around, it's about de-risking a really complex change, which is a true hallmark of senior-level engineering. Okay, now this is incredibly important, so listen up. Copilot is a powerful partner, for sure, but it is not, I repeat, not a replacement for your judgment and your expertise. Understanding its limitations is absolutely key to using it responsibly and effectively. Honestly, knowing what a tool can't do is just as important as knowing what it can. You should never delegate core business logic or cross-service architecture to the AI without intense human oversight. It's a fantastic assistant, but it just doesn't have the context or the institutional knowledge to make those critical decisions for you. So when you put all of this together, what does it really mean for your day-to-day workflow? Well, it means you're fundamentally changing your role. You're elevating yourself from being just an implementer to being a designer and a coordinator. All right, so let's boil this all down. The key is to stop thinking about your AI on a line-by-line basis and start thinking at the system level. Use it as your design partner for the truly hard problems, things like decomposition and refactoring. And always, always remember the golden rule that underpins all of this. Architect first, then code.
This shift in perspective is just so powerful. Once you stop seeing your AI as just a code completer and you start seeing it as a true design partner, wow, the possibilities just expand dramatically. So I'll leave you with this to think about. What complex system will you and your new partner design together?